My first course on Udemy covered 50 different technical indicators, and this course will focus on only one, which is the CCI or Commodity Channel Index, and over the last 20 years, I have been perfecting a trading strategy using this indicator only to give my primary buy signals, my primary sell signals, and to easily determine if a stock is in a downtrend or an uptrend. When I first started learning all about technical indicators in the late 1990s, this is how I used to set up my charts. I would have the full quote at the top, Chaikin money flow, 2 RSIs. Then in the candlestick area, I would have a number of different moving averages, Bollinger Bands, and the parabolic SAR. Below that was the most important indicator, which is volume, and I like to keep that right next to the candlesticks. Below volume, I would have a rune, Williams %R, the PPO, the ADX, 2 MACDs, stochastics RSI, 3 stochastics. One is full stow, the other one slow stow, and then fast stow. The CCI, Chiosk, on balance volume, and accumulation distribution. Now, as you can see, that is a lot of indicators on one chart. These days, this is how I set up my charts. I only have one technical indicator on them, which is the CCI or Commodity Channel Index. It is set at the standard 20-day period setting. Above that, I have the volume bars. Here are the candlesticks that show the price action that goes up and down. I also have price labels here so that I can easily identify the low prices and the high prices. Now, the reason I've chosen the CCI and only the CCI as my primary indicator is because after studying over 50 technical indicators for many years, I realized that many of them are lagging indicators. They are slow. They do not give real good signals like the CCI does. On this chart right here, I see a number of different buy signals. Here's one here. There's another right here, a third, a fourth, and a fifth. Now, if you go back to the price action, and you had bought right here on the CCI buy signal, the price was about $38 and it ran to $44. On this buy signal right here, if you had bought in the $39 to $40 range, you would have made almost a $6 profit. On this one, if you had bought right here, the price was $38 and it ran to almost $41. On this buy signal right here, if you had bought at 37, it ran to 42. And the final buy signal also worked, where if you had bought right here in the $37 to $38 range, the price ran to just over $47. Now, the CCI not only gives good buy signals, it also gives great sell signals. On this chart alone, let's start right here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 good ones that worked easily. Right here, let's try this one. If you had sold right here and taken profits at $43.80, if you hadn't taken profits, it would have fallen to $36.77. Now, this one was perfect also because it had a doji candlestick, and when the CCI gave the sell signal right here, it fell from $44 to $38.50. Here's another sell signal, again with a very tall upper wick candle right here at $48.99. The sell signal came right here, and it fell all the way down to $39.33. This one worked best on this chart, where if you had sold right here, you would have been selling at about 45 and it fell to 37.61. Okay, so you're getting the idea that there are numerous buy and sell signals on the CCI. And the great thing about these signals is they work 75 to 80% of the time. No other indicator I know has such a high success rate. And one of the most important things I'm going to teach you in these lessons is how to enter a trade and not lose any money on it, or keep your losses extremely small. If you had bought right here on this buy signal, the price did go up from about $38 to $40. But here is my secondary sell signal when it goes up through the zero line and then crosses down through it. I would have sold right here and locked in a little bit of profit instead of letting the price fall below my buy area all the way down to 35.79. You just don't do it. You do not hold a stock when it breaks below this close right here on that doji. Okay? Otherwise it will go down. It broke a level of support. The first part of this course will cover the 4 different types of buy signals the CCI gives. Right here I'm showing only the primary buy signal outlined. But I also have one way down here where it drops to the minus 300 line, and as soon as it turns up, I will buy right there. But also be very ready to exit quickly to keep my losses at 0 or very small. Now this is the primary buy signal. There is also a buy signal right here when the CCI crosses up through that line. And there's also another type of buy signal like right here where the stock is in an uptrend and it breaks up above this line. You can also buy right here where it breaks out above all resistance and goes higher. The next set of lessons will cover the 4 different types of sell signals the CCI gives. Outlined in red right here is the primary sell signal. But there are 3 others. If you are into shorting stocks, this is my sell signal when the CCI reaches very high readings of plus 300, plus 400, and as soon as it turns down, that is where I would be shorting a stock. And of course, you would be covering when the CCI gives the primary buy signal right here. Okay, so there is this sell signal for shorting. There is this sell signal when you bought on the primary buy signal right here, and the price went up and you want to take profits. That's what that one is for. Okay, if you miss that exit when the CCI drops below the 0 line, that is definitely time to get out. Okay, and you also have another CCI sell signal when you buy the primary buy signal right here. It goes up a little, but then it drops back down below where you bought it. The CCI will not even get to the 0 line, will immediately turn down, and right here is where you will sell your buy from a couple of days ago so that you do not lose any money or just a little bit of money. Because if you didn't sell right here, okay, it was at about $5.50, it fell another $1, and that would have been a huge loss for you. In the 3rd section of this course, I will give you numerous chart examples ranging in price from penny stocks like this one in the $2.50 range all the way up to $200 stocks. I will cover stocks in just about every different sector at every price and show all of the buy and sell signals on each chart and explain each one in detail. One of the reasons I like the CCI so much is because of its bearish and bullish divergences. Okay, this is not a bullish divergence. This is what you want to see. Okay, right here, the stock hit a high. This was the high on the CCI. Over here, the stock hit higher prices and the CCI was higher. Now, this is a bearish divergence. From this point on, the stock is moving up, while the highs on the CCI are lower, even though the stock price is higher. Now, this is a way of seeing around the corner what's to come. The CCI is warning you that it is not as strong at each high as far as momentum goes, and that a pullback is about to happen. Right here is the primary sell signal, but I actually wait until it breaks below the lowest level of support, which in this case is right here. So the sell signal would be right here, possibly a day before the big fall. Anyway, it was warning you to get out. Even though it's getting new highs, it's getting a little choppy. It's not as easy of a move. There's not as much momo behind it, or momentum. Okay, so this is one thing I really like about the CCI, is that it will give you a look at the future.